And we back, baby. Philly on Philly Sports. What's happening, man? Hey, don't nothing change. Started off right. Whew, so nice and so smooth. All right, let's get right to it, baby. We're gonna get right into these Eagles. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Don't let it be known right now. I am not talking about the Sixers until they give me a positive reason to talk about them. Right now, they pure trash. And I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. So, first things first, Super Bowl champs, Philadelphia Eagles. No, no, all we can say is thank you, man. Y'all did y'all thing this year. Simple as that. But let's get into the how do we keep it going, right? How do we repeat this thing? So right now, a lot of chatters on Myles Garrett. Everybody says we're in the front running for Myles Garrett. We're listening to ESPN, the radio, Fox Sports, whatever it may be. It seems like we in the real hunt for Myles Garrett. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm cool with it. I want to get Myles Garrett. I think Myles Garrett on the defense is 100% a difference maker. There's only been maybe three, two. The two best players in defense right now in football the last two years have got to be T.J. Watt from Pittsburgh and Myles Garrett. And if you want to take T.J. over Myles or Myles over T.J., you can't be mad at that at all. But Myles said he wants to get out. Myles says he wants to go to a contender team. He wants to go to a team who is built for success, right? And I'm not knocking that. Some people knock that like, yo, you trying to like jump onto a team who's already good, who's already great. Nah, what he's saying is he's tired of an organization that's not putting the pieces around them to make them great. They have one of the historically worst free agent trades and signs, whatever you want to call it, in NFL history, right? So with what's the boy's name? Deshaun Watson, right? That contract is awful. He's been awful. It's terrible. They've done nothing to build around that man, right? So everybody's like, yo, he's going to the Eagles. He's going to the Eagles. First off, slow down. Slow down. It's a lot of teams in this league, right? So there's 30 other teams right now who were interested in getting Myles Garrett besides the Browns keeping him and the Eagles getting him, all right? Um, we also got to see what that's going to look like because the Browns already said they don't want to get rid of him. They're not in the market to trade him. But we all know if the right deal comes across the table, they're going to take it. They're going to take it. So it's like, I'm not trying to give up everything for Myles Garrett. I'm not trying to you going to give up the first round pick? By all means, give it up. And give up some third rounds and fourth round picks? By all means, give it up. If it's going to cost us a player, it's always going to depend on who that player is. We got a young team, a lot of young guys that are help keeping us available, to make these signings, keeping us under the cap because they're not expensive right now. But like I said, it's going to take the right deal. Now, Howie's a master at this. Howie's a master at being able to strike these deals and surprise the football world when these moves are made. Again, nobody's seen the A.J. Brown trade coming. Nobody. Just like everybody else, I was watching the NFL draft. First round. Breaking news. The Eagles have traded with the Tennessee Titans for A.J. Brown. Again, that's how Howie moves, man. You don't got to be out there on the TV, in the media, banging the table. Nah, he moves in silence, and I respect it, man, because he gets the job done. You look at the team right now, man. Howard's not only grabbed the right free agents, he's also drafted very, very well. Very, very well. So, again, to me, get Myles Garrett, it all depends on the cost. I'm not giving up the farm for one player. We got too much at stake right now. You got other teams who now are gunning for us. Not only were we the first place team in the NFC East, not only were we the first place team in the NFC, we're the champs. We got a hard schedule. Harder schedule because we're the champs. Everybody's gunning for us because we're the champs. We still need these pieces around us. We've seen it time and time again. When the man goes down, the next man has to come up, step up, right? We need those pieces because they've all played a major factor in our success, especially in this Super Bowl run this year. But with that being said, there's also another player that I'm looking at. And if you ask me, if you don't get Myles Garrett, if the Browns don't want to trade him or you don't get him, or if you just don't want to just pay that price, but you want to upgrade that defensive line, Max Crosby, man. Max Crosby out there with the Las Vegas Raiders. Cold ass white boy, man. Cold as hell, right? He out there in Vegas, kind of in the same predicament as Myles Garrett. He's tired of a losing culture. Tired of a losing culture, right? And I don't blame them. These are guys who were drafted by these teams. They want to be there, but they need to see the organization make these moves to have a winning team. You're playing in a division with Patrick Mahomes, right? Josh Herbert, or Justin Herbert, my bad, right? You got the Broncos. They in the playoffs. Bo Nix. You need a competitive team. Right now, you're not showing that. The ownership and the front office, they're not showing that. Right? Maybe things are going to change now that they have, Tom Brady as an owner or part owner. Now that they have Pete Carroll as a coach. But the question still lies at the most important position on the field is quarterback. Who's your quarterback? You don't have one right now. And every time you get one, it's the wrong one. So I don't blame them. So, but I think there's still a deal to be made there with the Las Vegas Raiders. And the good thing about it is because say we re-sign Josh Sweat, we can re-sign Josh Sweat without having to pay him the moon, right? And the reason why I say that is because he may get a higher offer or more money somewhere else. But he knows just like anybody else, if you want to be a champion, you stay here, right? The Giants can offer you more money, but they'll be on the couch by mid-November. Season over, season done, right? Other teams around the league can offer you more money, but nobody's in this position for you to become a champion again, right? You restructured your deal. You took less money in the all season to be here, to stay here for these moments, to become a champion. And you did that. Do it again. Do it again. So that allows Josh Sweat to stay because he plays the right side of the ball on the defensive line. You put Max Crosby already on the left side. It's a natural fit. It keeps the rotation going. I don't care if Max Crosby can play first down, second down. He falls in that rotation. He don't got to get worn out. He can stay fresh. He can stay fresh. But it keeps our defensive line intact for the most part. Because we're going to lose some pieces. Flat out. Only piece we should really lose on defense, if you ask me, outside of Josh Sweat, is Milton Williams. That's just a fact, right? We do a great job with drafting. We do a great job with bringing in free agents as far as for defensive tackles. Do a great job with that. Milton Williams, he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. And he's going to get paid. It's his first or his second contract off his rookie contract. He wants his money. I'm not mad at that at all. Go get your money, brother. Go get your money. Right? But we're going to fill that slot. Outside of looking at Myles Garrett, outside of looking at a Max Crosby, there's only two people we really 100% have to make sure that we have locked down for next season. That's Zach Bond on defense, and it's Mekhi Becton on offense, right? These are two players that came in $1 million. I think Bond was at $1 million, and Mekhi Becton was at what, $2 million, $2.5 million for the season. That was it, right? So, and they both outplayed them contracts, right? Bond came in off of special teams. He comes over here with my man Vic Fangio. He's an all-pro linebacker. He's the quarterback of the defense. You can't let that walk out. Secondly, we've never been great at drafting linebackers. Thirdly, one of our main linebackers, who I like, Nakobe Dean, cannot stay healthy. So when he's not there, you need to have someone else who can keep that defense rolling. And that's Zach Bond, simple and plain. You cannot let him walk out the door at all. right? Mekhi Beckham, everybody thought he was a bust, right? He went to what was he? Fifth overall pick with the Jets. Goes over there. It's the Jets, man. He has no success because it's the Jets. The Jets don't have success. Are you kidding me right now? It seems like everybody that goes there ends up as a massive failure. The last time the Jets were any good, and I mean any good, was Mark Sanchez. Let that sink in for a little bit. Mark Sanchez was the last time the Jets were any good. Terrible, right? So they get Mekhi Beckham, and he's not exceeding there. He comes over here to Philly. He comes over here to Statling U, right? And flourishes. That boy balled out all year long. All year long. He's going to get his money too, but I think he's also going to stay here. The thing about Zach Bond and Mekhi Beckham is we don't have to overpay for them. We don't. If they want to get overpaid, then by all means, shake their hand, tell them great run, thanks for the chip, and move on. Do what you got to do. But I think as far as priorities when it comes to re-signing free agents, those are the two you must re-sign. You must re-sign, right? The game is won in the trenches, and that line for D-line and O-line. Our O-line is the biggest, strongest, and fastest in the league. We've shown it all year round. All year round. Everybody was talking about, damn, we wish we had Saquon. What if we had Saquon? What if we drafted Saquon? Well, we didn't draft him. But you saw what he looked like with the Giants. Hurt a lot because the Giants' offensive line was trash. They never put anything around him. They never did anything to protect him. Trash. You give him our O-line, best in the league, the biggest, the fastest, the strongest. We see what he does. And he stayed healthy. The man was averaging almost 3 to 4 yards before contact sometimes. Let that sink in. 3 to 4 yards, damn near, before somebody puts a finger on him because of that O-line. Mekhi Becton's a big part of that O-line. Got to keep him. Got to. And so now I'm just going to sit back and wait. I'm not tripping too much off of any kind of moves that were made early, any kind of moves that have been made here in the last couple of days, opening a free agency, and I'm going to get right to it. I'm talking about those Washington Commanders, not Commanders, like my man Hugh Douglas said, Commanders, right? The last 24 hours, man, I'm getting a lot of messages from some Commander fans. So we got Deebo, we getting Deebo, we winning the NFC this year, we going to the chip. This is the missing piece. No, it's not. No, it's not. Deebo Samuels is not the missing piece. Promise you that. Deebo Samuels is, I'll say this, when healthy and in the right scheme, he's a dynamic player. Two problems. If he's not in the right scheme, I don't think he's as dynamic, and he doesn't always stay healthy. Just being real. And if you think by y'all getting him, he's going to come over here and torch us, it ain't happening. He's never done it. Only time he's ever had a torture game he's tortured us on, I'll give him to him was 2023. We collapsed. We collapsed that year, right? 10-1, and then we won one more game after that. Come on. So, yeah, he went off. Great for him. Clap it up. Congratulations, right? You still didn't. You went to the Super Bowl and lost again. You have a stacked team. Right? You got a wide receiver tandem was stacked. Christian McCaffrey, stacked. George Kittle, stacked. Your defense, stacked. Couldn't get it done. And I think this Commanders team, as good as they were last year, when I compare this Commanders team to that Niners team, that Niners team was way better than this Commanders team. Way better. You got outside now. You got Terry McLaurin. Okay, you got Deebo. You got Jaden Daniels. I give you that. Your tight end, who? Zach Ertz. That's cool. Yeah, I mean a lot. Zach Ertz had 7 catches against y'all. Garbage time, bro. Game is over. Game is over. Garbage time, bruh. And I like Ackers. He helped bring the first chip here. Them days is over. When you wear another team's jersey, can care less about you, cuz. Them days is over. You know? So, tight end, I'm not worried about that. Your running game, I ain't worried about that either. I'll be real with you. Robinson, he's not a number one. He's not a starting running back for y'all. He puts zero fear in my heart. There's zero game planning in my eyes when I look at him on tape. Nobody's game planning for him. Ackers, he damn sure don't like the Ackers from the Chargers. I'll tell you that right now. He damn sure don't look like that. He don't put nothing on me. No fear in me. No game planning for me. So once again, I'm on the game planning for Scary Terry. That's all I'm worried about. Come on, man. My young boy, Quintanamo Bay, Quintanamo Mitchell, Quinion locked him down all year. All year. I ain't worried about that. Don't worry about Deebo, an older version. Deebo, like I said, man, week 6 he's gonna be hurt. Week 6 he pulled a hammy. He stubbed his toe too hard. Some shit like that. I ain't worried about it. Nothing. The move to me does not show me anything. Anything. Whoop-de-damn do. I'm just gonna flat out say it. Whoop-de-damn do. I don't see it. And as far as the rest of the NFC East, it's too early for that. First off, it's too early for me to be sitting here saying who's going to be a threat to the Eagles in the NFC East, right? Cowboys, y'all ain't done shit. Y'all ain't going to beat shit. I'm just going to be real with y'all. Y'all make 0 moves. So do it again this year. Make 0 moves. That's cool. Not a worry. The Giants, I've seen high school teams right now that look better than y'all, man. I've seen high school teams look better running than y'all. Like it's terrible. No quarterback. Singleton's not the guy for y'all at running back. Your O-line is still trash. Your D-line is suspect as well. Except for the young boy, I forget his name, the DN outside linebacker, he's pretty good. I can't think of his name. Thibodeau. Thibodeau's pretty good. Some health issues every now and again, banged up, but it's football, it's the game. And Neighbors is a monster. Neighbors for the Giants is the new Saquon, straight up. Neighbors for the Giants is the new Saquon. All the talent, all the skill in the world, all he wants to do is win, and y'all putting nothing around him to win. Nothing. That man gave his all as a rookie. Gave his all year. I don't watch that man be out of breath. I don't watch him jump up in the air, trying to make an acrobatic catch, fall down, can barely move, can barely breathe, get up and do it again. I don't blame him for saying what he said. He's right. Y'all got rid of Daniel Jones. All right, wasn't great. That's cool. He said, we still losing, the results still the same. When the results still the same, who you blame? That's coaching. That's the front office. That's the owner. Owner not holding these people, these guys accountable. Ain't no way in the world. Joe Shane should have kept his job after he let go of Saquon. More importantly, also more embarrassingly, he let go of Saquon in front of the cameras, in front of the world. The whole world got to see how this went down. The whole world. The owner walked into Joe Shane's office and said, if he goes to Philly, I won't be able to sleep. He's one of the most important Giants we've ever had. He's the most popular Giant we've ever had. But you did nothing for the man. Nothing for him. And now you're in the same situation again with the same GM, Joe Shane, with the same head coach, Deebo, with a star player. I think Malik Neighbors can really be a star in this league. But once again, like I said, he is the new Saquon for the Giants, giving him nothing around him. Not a damn thing. Nothing. I can't name another receiver on the damn team. I can't name the tight end on the team. Nothing. So they're going to be bottom of the barrel again, just like they were last year. Not worried about them. The NFC as a whole. Only teams I look at and say, all right, they could be a problem. This may be a tough game. I think Detroit is going to bounce back. Detroit had one too many injuries, way too many injuries, right? On the defensive side of the ball. With that being said, I don't have any. I don't see Detroit beating us. Not when it counts. If we lose to them in the playoffs, cool. I mean, in the regular season, cool. We ain't losing to them in the playoffs. We're not losing to them in the playoffs because the same way we got at Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, we're gonna do the same thing to Jared Goff, who's a lesser quarterback than Pat Mahomes. And you see what he does under pressure because a lot of them injuries, wasn't all on the offensive side of the ball, right? You still had St. Brown, you still had Laporta, you still had Gibbs, and you had Montgomery for the most part, right? I think he got hurt, and they came back in the playoffs. You still had him. Y'all still had him. But Jared Goff looked like Jared Goff of the L.A. Rams before um, McVay got there, right? Running for your life, throwing the ball all crazy, 5 interceptions, 5 turnovers in a game. He did it more than once in one season. Come on, bro. I'm not worried about that. The defensive side of the ball make it a little bit tougher, but I'm not worried about the uh, offensive side of the ball, especially when y'all lost both your offensive coordinator and your defensive coordinator. I got to see how you guys look. You guys, the reason why I'm putting them up there is because I see you guys have the talent that you do have. I can't deny that you got the talent. So we'll see. Another team right now, Green Bay. Green Bay played us pretty tough. They played us pretty tough. Got a real young team, the youngest team in the league right now. They get it together. Games can be a lot harder, right? You can sweat more in them games. We'll see what happens, but I think they'll be there. As far as um, the Bears, not worried at all. I'm sorry, I'm not worried. I am not a Caleb Williams fan. I've never been one. I think he's okay. When him and Jaden Daniels came out of were in college, I kept saying when they come out of the draft, the best quarterback in this draft is Jaden Daniels. It's not Caleb Williams. It's not Caleb Williams. What the hell has Caleb Williams done in college? Nothing. He won the Heisman. Okay. He was not. I watched the games. He was not that damn good. But I watched Jaden Daniels. I'm like, oh, he's poised. He's poised. He gets to LSU from Arizona and just balls. Period. Balls. All Caleb Williams did was go to USC and ball his eyes out. Right? He's getting over here to Chicago. We'll see. They got the Detroit's old OC. We'll see what happens. But I don't see it. I'm just being real. I don't see it, man. They got some good pieces here and there. As an overall team, I don't see them. I don't see them coming out of the NFC North, letting alone be any kind of competition towards the Eagles. That's just facts. Same thing with the Vikings. I think the Vikings going to have a bad year. Vikings. I think Vikings going to be third in the NFC North. Now with the rest of the league, the way the league is set up, the NFC North might have 3 teams again in the playoffs. They might. NFC ain't scary, right? You go to the NFC West, you got you got the Rams. The Rams will be there. They always are. They're a well coached team. They got Matt Stafford back again. They fight. You know, Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup's going to be gone, but they're pretty well run. And they're in a division right now that is not threatening, right? Their division kind of looks like the NFC East a little bit, whereas typically Eagles, Cowgirls, and everybody else, Niners, Rams, everybody else right now. Niners, I don't see it. I think Niners going to go ahead and overpay Brock Purdy because that's what the market says. At some point, some team somewhere has to stand up and say, "This ain't it. You're not that guy, and we're not going to pay you that guy money when you're not that guy." But I'm glad it's not my team because we got our guy. So for the Niners, and our guy's already paid. So for the Niners, they're going to have to go ahead and pay this man, overpay him, which means it's going to be hard bringing more assets in. You're going to have to replace Deebo. I don't know with who. So you better draft well. We'll see. CMC, we'll see. I like him. I always have. But the last year looked like he's an old man. He was beat down. That injury was worse than what it really was than we thought probably. But he was hit, man, hit. So we'll see. But that's it. I don't see. I got nothing for the Seahawks. They ain't no threat. Uh, Arizona's no threat. NFC South ain't no threat. All you got is what's the name? You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And let's be for real, pretty much it. Pretty much it, man. If you ask me, there's Atlanta. I think will be better. Not a playoff team. Carolina. I don't think they'll be better. To be real with you, right now, as of right now, because a lot of moves to be made, a lot of drafting, a lot of free agency moves to be made. But as of right now, Carolina, same record, that ballpark, not a threat. The Saints, hot garbage, hot garbage, and they got some players that I think are really, really well, really good, especially on offense. Right, Alvin Kamara, really, really good. Chris Olave, really, really good. And that's when it stops, man. I think David Carr is cooked. No fault of his own, man. He spent the majority of his time with the Raiders, right? He's an older covered quarterback now, being moved over to the Saints. You can't bring anybody in there. The salary cap is it's terrible. You get the highest salary cap right now. You have no wiggle room, none. So I don't know where you're going to get this money from because you overpaid players that it's going to be hard to trade them. You can't trade them. They lose some of that salary cap. You can't. Nobody wants to take that nonsense on. You go to the defensive side of the ball. Who you going? Yeah, I can't. Yeah, Jordan. But that's about it. And you have our OC. He goes over there, and I think it's a bad move. I've been saying it from the get go. Like, don't take that job. Read the writing on the wall. Not every opportunity is your opportunity. Some people need to learn that shit. Not every opportunity is your opportunity. There's a reason why every head coach said, take me off the list. I don't want to do it. I don't want this job. It's a job set up for failure. But again, he took the job. I get it. He felt like it's his opportunity. Okay, cool. Take the job. Again, the NFC South as a whole is hot garbage outside of Tampa. Tampa fights. Tampa's going to give you at least double wins. They're going to be a 10-win team. They typically are, right? No matter how they get there, they might start off 6-0 and then end the season at 10-7, but they're going to get them 10 wins. And within the NFC South, 10 wins, you coaching into the playoffs for sure. So again, like I said, who am I supposed to look at in the NFC right now and say, damn, we got to worry about them. Damn, we got. The only team people are going to say, and I'm saying it now, is those Commanders. That's it, right? And I'm gonna say what I said when we played them all year round, all year last year. First game, I said it's gonna be a good game. Dub. The second game, we all know. I don't care what you say. We all know. If Jalen Hurts doesn't get hurt, y'all do not win that game. We was busting y'all ass for that first series and a half or so. Y'all had to come back and beat us. Y'all had to come back and beat Kenny Pickett. I'm being real. So y'all know that. When it came to the playoffs game, NFC Championship game, I told everybody. Everybody was like, it's going to be a close game. And it ain't going to be shit. Blowout. I said 34-17. That's a blowout. bust your last 55 to what 23, won by 32 points. Come on now, come on now, come on now. So do what y'all. If y'all think this move is going to be the move to take y'all over the top, the move to come beat the champs, because you know you want to beat a champ, you got to beat the champ. Then by all means, but I don't see it, man. I don't see it. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. And if anybody y'all want, hey, I'm here all day, 24/7, 365, man. So if y'all want, if any of y'all Commandor fans, you know what I mean. If y'all want to debate this, if y'all want to come at me, come at me. I'm here. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I don't run from it. If I talk it, I believe it. And if I believe it, I stand on it. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. Again, so we're gonna catch back up. We're gonna see what the I think the combine just wrapped up. Saw some good stuff, some of the receiver time, some 4.3, 4.32. I think 4.32 was the fastest, or no, 4.29 was the fastest time this year at the combine. I think from one of the defensive backs. And then we got some 4.39s from the 4.38s, 4.35s from receivers. A couple of those. I think all the running backs, it seemed, except for maybe like, I don't know, three or four of them. Everybody seemed to be in the 4.4 range. So, um, running back class, we'll see what happens with that portion of it, because, again, it's the combine. So it's the underwear Olympics, man. So everybody looks pretty good. Oh, what's the name? I would give a shout out to Zach Taylor, Jason Taylor's son, uh, the tight end from LSU. Oh, he's gonna be nice. He's gonna be nice, man. He's a clean route runner, very clean, big dude, 6'5". I think he's what 240 or something like that. Um, Good hands. I watched him during the combine. So for me, I looked at I look at the tight ends. Let me see if you're gonna block, can you catch? That's your job. Let's be for real. Especially in this day and age of tight ends. And he looked like he's gonna be nice. He's gonna be nice. I've seen a couple of his games before, so excited to see that. But again, we gotta watch the free agency market as we move on and move further into March. I believe free agency is not official, or signings are not official until March 12th. So we'll see what happens. I don't expect much from the Eagles. I'm just letting it be known right now. I do not expect much from the Eagles when it comes to free agency. And that's not how Howie rolls. Howie does not do anything quick, fast, in a hurry. Every time Howie makes a move, it is either in season with a trade, and or it's nobody saw this coming type move. At the draft, once again, drafting trading for AJ Brown in the first round at the draft. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. To keep y'all posted, man. And once again, it's Philly on Philly sports. But right now, I'm just being real. I'm not talking no Sixers, man. We hot garbage right now. We got tickets going for $2. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, man. That's trash. All right, man. Philly on Philly sports. We're gonna end how we start. Shot it up. Whew. Once again, smooth. So look, once again, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell a family member. Philly on Philly Sports, YouTube, TikTok, Philly on Philly Sports 1, Instagram, Philly on Philly Sports. One time for the one time. Peace.